While conventional wisdom holds that the economy drives most elections, two other issues have been front and center in this election cycle due to recent events: gun control and abortion. Our latest Local 4 Detroit News poll surveyed only Republican voters as they select the candidate to run against Governor Whitmer, and we find an interesting difference between voters and their candidates.
What we don't have is a gun problem. I believe we have a mental health problem.
And that's a situation where they have red flag laws. That didn't work. So why present a fake solution?
The Republican candidates are largely in lockstep when it comes to gun control. By and large, they don't favor red flag laws or extended background checks. Our poll suggests that's way out of step with Republican voters. A bit of a surprise to pollster Richard Zuba.
When it comes to background checks and red flag laws, 90% of Republican primary voters support those items. And we have been led to believe that there is no way, with this broad polarization in America, that we could reach across the aisle and reach consensus here. And that's simply not the case. There is broad and deep consensus on background checks and red flag laws. I mean, these voters look a lot like Democratic primary voters, frankly.
To be sure, about half of Republican voters are against the idea of banning assault-style weapons, but almost a third of them are in favor. Similarly, there's a disconnect on the issue of abortion. Republicans strongly agree with the gubernatorial candidates in supporting the overturn of Roe v. Wade. 74% favor that decision, but they are far more likely to support exceptions than the candidates.
By a margin of 68 to 21, Republican voters support an exception for rape and incest. And when we make that an exception to save the life of the mother, it jumps even further. So again, what we've been told all along is there's great polarization on this issue. Well, there's actually a little bit of common ground here.
Now, as we showed you in the poll numbers last night, the GOP gubernatorial race is extremely tight, and we will be counting those primary election votes 2 weeks from tonight.
Right around the corner here.